Commentator and journalist Dr. Mustafa Fetouri, a Libyan native, is on Skype from Paris in France for more on the story. Dr. Fetouri, good evening and thank you for joining us on The Globe.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Now, Dr. Fetouri, the leaders at the summit that took place in Berlin, with the presence of Fayez al-Sarraj and Khalifa Haftar. This is the first of its kind since 2018. And the resolutions or the communique that is being spoken about with regards to the plans going forward. Take us through what the summit means for Libya.
Well, the summit is not a new idea. Germany, in cooperation with the United Nations, have been floating the idea of this summit since the last summer. And as you said, it's the biggest summit in Libya since 2018. And the last of which was held in Paris, Paris too. This time, the summit is a little bit different and it has some kind of relevance, if you like, to the situation in Libya. I say that because out of the summit, there was an agreement during the summit last Sunday, there was agreement among the present powers, and they are obviously including the 5 UN Security Council permanent members. Agreement that the ceasefire would be verifiable, meaning that there would be technical committee set up mutually between the two rivals in Libya, and they will after the ceasefire. Once it is established, what we have now is the truth. So there is a mechanism for that. That's the one good thing. The other good thing is that the United Nations resolution, which put Libya under embargo, international embargo, meaning that no arms or fighters should be transferred to the country since 2011, particularly Resolution 1973. There will also be a committee that monitors the violation there. And it remains to be seen if the Security Council actually punish the violators. And there is a little development today, just a few hours ago, whereby the UN foreign ministers have just ended their meeting over Libya in Brussels, and the meeting was set up to discuss the ways and means the EU could help institute the ceasefire in the country and bring about the peace. And they agreed, which is very important, this one, if implemented correctly, they agreed that Operation Sophia, which is a humanitarian rescue operation off the shores of Libya, will be revived again after it was stopped a year ago. And it will be given for its task widened actually and given more military task, in this case to observe the weapons embargo going into Libya, which practically could mean checking any ships that are heading to Libyan ports, wherever they are, and to see what kind of cargo they are carrying. But as I said, all this even the willingness of the Security Council, if it's willing to join the violators of the embargo and punish them accordingly. Yes.
Now, Dr. Mustafa, a very big stance by Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan stating that Khalifa Haftar must stop his aggressive stance. Do you think that Haftar will do that? Do you think that he will stop his aggressive stance, bearing in mind that some of these leaders or, the actors, the foreign actors in this civil war have a lot at stake in Libya?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not very optimistic. I actually think the technical committees I mentioned before will be meeting in Geneva probably within the next few days, maybe a week or so. And I suspect the truce or the lull that's in place in Tripoli now, which is not yet official ceasefire, I think it will be violated again and again, and I expect it, unfortunately, to collapse altogether by the time the technical groups meet probably next week. Well, is Mr. Haftar going to actually accept this, the fact that there will be a ceasefire and he should stop his advance on Tripoli? I don't think so. Simply because I mentioned this channel the other night, simply because Mr. Haftar, politically speaking, if he complete suspension of the military operations against Tripoli, which would be, of course, normally coupled with withdrawal of forces at least a couple of kilometers away, that would be a kind of political defeat for him. And if he moves back, if he moves his troops back, say, like more than kilometers away from where they are now, around southern Tripoli, he would be risking a military defeat as well. So I really find it difficult to see how much Haftar is going to accept such things. Unless he is given assurances that the militia groups inside the Tripoli who are countering the attack in the capital are going to be disarmed once for all. And these assurances can only be given not by the government of National Accord in Tripoli, not by its allies like Turkey, no, but by a superpower. Superpower, I mean either the United States, or Russia, and France, or all three together, plus Britain, of course. Otherwise, I don't really see how Mr. Hamza could accept such a thing as a permanent ceasefire and a withdrawal of troops. Yes, please.
Dr. Fetouri, thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's commentator and journalist Dr. Mustafa Fetouri, a Libyan native, joining us via Skype from Paris in France.